Welcome to the Application Lab. Today, we are reviewing trusts in real property ownership. Let's break it down. Real property does not always have to be owned directly by an individual. A trust is a legal arrangement where property is held and managed according to specific written instructions. This timeline maps out probate. Probate is the court-supervised legal process required to transfer a deceased person's property. This court process requires time and money. Depending on the estate, probate can delay property transfer by a year or more. By placing real property into a trust, owners create a clear path to transfer assets, while legally bypassing the delays and costs of the probate system. Every trust requires 3 specific roles. First is the trustor. This is the individual who creates the trust. Next is the trustee. The trustee is the person or entity responsible for managing the trust property and following the specific instructions. Finally, the beneficiary. This is the person or group who receives the ultimate benefit of the trust. These do not need to be separate people. In many cases, a single property owner will legally act as both the trustor and the trustee during their lifetime. Understanding these roles is required for real estate professionals. The structure of the trust dictates who holds the legal authority to manage, sell, or sign for the property. Trusts generally fall into 2 categories. A living trust is created during the trustor's active lifetime. A testamentary trust is created through a will and only takes effect after the property owner's death. Because a living trust holds the property before death, it successfully avoids probate. Because a testamentary trust is formed by a will, it does not. Real-world example. Consider Dana, an owner who wants to pass a rental property to her nieces. Dana creates a living trust while she is alive, transferring the property into it and naming herself as the trustee. When Dana dies, a named successor trustee immediately follows the written instructions to manage or distribute the rental property to her nieces, completely bypassing the court system. But what if Dana used her will to establish the trust after her death? Would the property avoid probate? No. Wills mandate probate. The will must go through the lengthy court process first before the testamentary trust is created. Exam tip: do not confuse a living trust with a living will. A living trust provides property instructions. A living will provides healthcare instructions. The exact timing of the trust's creation dictates the property's path. Creating the trust during life avoids probate. Waiting until death guarantees it. When handling a transaction involving a trust, you must verify the trust agreement to confirm exactly who has the legal authority to sign documents and transfer the property. However, creating a trust is a legal process. Real estate professionals must not give legal advice regarding how a client should structure a trust or transfer property. Always refer clients to a qualified attorney. Quick recap. A trust manages property via written instructions. The trustor creates it. The trustee manages it, and the beneficiary receives the benefit. Living trusts avoid probate because they are created during life. Testamentary trusts are created by a will and require probate. Follow the Application Lab for real estate concepts made simple.